Okay, hi guys. So welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be picking my TBR for May with the help of my TBR jar. I have a bunch of prompts here, and yeah, we're going to be picking from it. You know the drill, like, this is not a new concept by any means. But first, before we get into it, I want to real quickly do a wrap up of like my physical TBR, if you could say. I don't know if you would call it a wrap up, but yeah, like a little speed run of my physical TBR because I don't have that many books on it, and I thought that it would be a good idea to like remind everyone and myself what I still have on my shelves that I haven't read, because it's 6 books really, so nothing at all. So I'm just going to be picking them up from here. The first one is Forever Interrupted by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I really, really, really want to read this soon. I think that even if we don't pick it up, and I'm going to make an effort to read it throughout the month, because Taylor Jenkins Reid is releasing a new book really soon, and I want to read this one before I get my hands on the new release. So, Forever Interrupted by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I don't really know what this one is about, by the way. I think it's like two people that meet and they fall in love and they get married, and I don't know if it's like the day after they get married or a year after they are married, he dies, like really soon after they get married. He dies in a car accident or something like that, and she meets her mother-in-law after the accident. So it's like both of them dealing with the death of this guy. And yeah, I don't know. All of her books are really beautifully written, so I would read anything, like literally anything by her. Then I have Another Country by James Baldwin. A couple years back, I read Giovanni's Room and I really liked it, so I checked out like what other stuff had he written, and this one caught my attention. I don't really remember what this is about though. I bought it for last year or the year before that. I don't really remember, and but I really want to pick it up. It's not that long. I mean, I don't know. For a classic, maybe it's on the longer side. I don't know how many pages it is. Give me a sec. It's 426 pages, so yeah, for a classic, it's a little bit on the longer side, but it's not that long, and I really want to read it. I'm never quite in the mood for it, and I think I just need to pick it up. So, like, for example, this would be perfect. Like, if TBR Yard forced me to pick this up, it would be kind of perfect. I have the one and only Magnolia Parks Into the Dark. I cannot wait to pick it up. Yeah, I think I'm 100% going to read this month, regardless of what happens with the TBR jar. I mean, she's thick, but I cannot wait to suffer every single one of these pages. I think it's like 700 or something pages, which for a contemporary book, it's really, really, really long. But I would read anything, like literally anything by her, so I cannot wait to read this one. I'm scared though, and I don't really like at the same. I want to read it, and at the same time I don't, because then I won't have anything else on the Magnolia Parks universe. But then I know that I have two other books by Jessa Hastings. One is Never, which is a Peter Pan retelling, and another one is it just came out. Is the Conditions of Will, which everybody's loving. So I'm really excited to pick it up as well. But yeah, like on the one hand, I can wait to read this one, but then I'm also scared to read it because then I won't have anything else to read. But yeah, I can't really tell you what this one is about without spoiling literally everything from the other books. But just so you know, Magnolia Parks, in case you don't know, this is like London elite, and it's a group of friends that they've known each other forever. They've gone to the same schools, they've grown up together because their families are friends. And in Magnolia Park's books, we get the point of view of her and BJ, which is her ex. And he cheated on her couples years, like 4 or 5 years before the book starts, and it's their very toxic, very codependent, dependent relationship that they have with each other, even though they are not together because he cheated on her. And then we have Daisy Hates books, in which we follow Daisy Hates and her brother Julian and Christian, who is part of Magnolia's friend group. And in Daisy Hates book, her family is in like crime. They are crime lords and everything. So it's amazing. Read it. It's amazing. So yeah, and I cannot wait to. At the same time, I don't want to read it. I don't know. I have such mixed feelings with this one. Yeah. And then I have kind of like a classic. This is short stories about vampires. And yeah, it's all written by classic authors, and I'm not going to read it now. I just wanted to show you because it's part of my physical TBR, but I won't. I'll probably pick it up in October and I'll read a couple of short stories as I did last year, but I'm going to take this one slow because I don't really enjoy short stories. And like I have a harder time with those, but the ones that I've read so far are pretty cool. I think I read four last year, and I'll keep reading some in October probably. And then finally, I have here, which is probably like my greatest shame in my physical TBR, and that is the We Hand the Flame, We Free the Stars duology. I own them in hardback and everything, and I have not read them. And I got them when I was like 17, 18, and this year I turned 23. So you make the math, and yeah, I just don't know. I think I really wanted to read them when I got them, obviously, because I got the two of them and in hardback of all things. And then the hype passed, and I haven't unhauled them because I own them in hardback and they're really pretty and everything, but I just never got the hype back to read them. And everybody that I've seen that has read them recently, they don't really like rave about them or anything. So I don't get hyped from the outside as well. So I don't know. But I think either I read them this year or I unhold them. I said the same thing last year as well. Like I either read them or unhold them, and I didn't. I chickened out, and I think this year it's for real. So yeah, that's my physical TBR. As you can see, a little bit of everything, but all in all, like not that many books. It's because I've been reading mostly on my Kindle since last year, and it's just easier to read on my Kindle. Plus, I've also started to like audiobooks last year as well, which also helped to make my way through my physical TBR. Because books that I wasn't all that excited about reading, I found an audiobook for them and I binge read them. For example, like the Jane Austen books, or I had an Arthur Conan Doyle book that I did the same with, or Edgar Allan Poe, especially classics. I audiobooked a lot of classics last year for my physical TBR, which really helped to make progress through it. And since I read on my Kindle, I don't really need to be buying books in order to read things like new things all the time. So that's why. So without further ado, we're going to start picking from the jar. Um, yeah, and start choosing books. Okay. Okay. A book in Italian. Fuck. Okay, I don't know if you can read it. I don't know. A book in Italian. I already know what I want to read for this prompt, but at the same time, fuck her. But at the same time, I'm grateful for it. I don't know. Last year I lived in Italy and I bought a bunch of books that I had already read, but in Italian, just so because when I like a book, I get a lot of editions of it, and I like to have them like in different languages. So I own like most time of the times I own like a Spanish edition, an English edition, and now Italian edition. So I could show you my physical TBR in Italian actually, but I think I'm in the fence between two, but I think I already know what I'm going to read. But I'm going to okay, let's get the books first that I own but I haven't read in Italian. I have these three because then I have Heartstopper, but I read that last year in Italian, and then I have The House in Cerulean Sea in Italian, which I read 2 months last month, yeah, in March. And I didn't read it completely in Italian, but I did read a couple chapters of it. But these are the three books that I have in Italian that would be a reread that I haven't read yet. So the first one is Alice in. Okay, I'm going to pick them up one by one. So the first one is Alice in Wonderland. It was a gift by my cousin. He went to Venice, and there's this bookstore there that makes its own editions, and this is one of them. So Alice in Wonderland. Um, I read this classic years and years ago, and I actually own a pretty a really pretty edition of it in English that I bought at in New York. So yeah, but I don't feel like picking up a classic right now, even if it's a really short one. And then I have the two that I'm in the fence about. Call Me by Your Name, which I bought in Rome when I went to see Maneskin there a couple of years back with my family. I think I can actually tell you the year that I bought this. Probably no. Yeah, in 2022. It's written in the book. Um, I could read this. I could read this. But then I could also read. I mean, you were saying it there. Six of Crows. And I think I'm gravitating a little bit more towards this one. I think I'm going to do Six of Crows in Italian. Cause I like to reread this book yearly. How do you say it? I don't know. And last year I didn't get around to rereading it, and I really miss these characters. So I think I'm probably going to do Six of Crows in Italian. Yeah, and I have it on my Kindle as well. So if I am sick of reading it physically, I can read it on my Kindle. I think we're going to do. Okay, so the first book on the physical TBR, Six of Crows, in Italian of all things. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Let's pick another prompt. I don't know how many prompts we're going to do actually, because May is going to be a busy month, so I don't think we're going to do too many, like probably 4 or 5, depends. If I pick up a fantasy series or whatever, I will probably do 4. Okay, next prompt is a new author. Okay, so you can, okay. New author. Fuck her as well. I don't know. Are there any new authors on my physical TBR? I mean, technically, but no. And yeah, that's it. And from my Kindle, I have my Kindle here. Okay, let's go through my Kindle. And then I also have my book journal, which can also help us choose stuff. But let's go through my Kindle first. Mm. I have A Spark of the Everflame, and I haven't read anything by Penn Cole. So that could fit, but I don't know, because the series isn't finished, and I'd rather wait. And then I also have here, I have The Lord of Worlds, but I did read by Clarissa Broadbent, The Serpent and the Winds of The Winds of Night last year, so that's not technically a new author. I have the Bladed Prisoner series here by Raven Kennedy, and I have not read anything by her. So we could do, the first one is called Guild. We could do the Bladed Prisoner series for this one. And then I have Unhinged, which choosing this one may be cheating because I have to read that one for book club. But I haven't read anything by this by the, I don't know how she's called, the author of Unhinged. I don't know how she's called, but I haven't read anything by her. Only James, I think she's called. I don't know if it's a man, and actually, and I have to read that one for book club, so I could just kill two birds with one stone with that one. But no, okay, we're going to do the Bladed Prisoner series. I'll put you a picture here because if you have, you cannot see anything on my Kindle. Okay, the Bladed Prisoner series by Raven Kennedy. That would be a new author for me. The first one was called Guild, but I add series as a whole, so I'm now adding 6 books to my physical tier. You see what I'm telling you? Like, May is going to be a busy month, and I've just now chosen 6 books to read in a month. Like, I cannot help myself. Oh my god. Okay, new paper. A new series. Fuck her. Fuck her. Bladed Prisoner. I'm going to show you about fuck her. A new series. Oh, I hate her. Okay. A new series. Honestly, fuck her. I don't have anything that is short. I think that I could pick up during this month and binge read, so I don't pick another 6 book series. Okay, I'm gonna check with my book journal because I have here all of the series that I hopefully want to get around to reading during this year, and hopefully being the keyword there because there are too many of them. I have these 2 pages of fantasy series, so I'm going to go through these ones first. They have a duology here. Maybe I could do, or a trilogy, something shorter. Okay, okay, I have here duologies or trilogies that are completed. I have the Crimson Moth, which the Rebel Witch came out in February. And then I have the Unfaded duology, which is the A Fate Inked in Blood, that book. The second one comes out in May. So I could read that now. And then for trilogies, I have the Poppy War. But I think that's too intense to read this month. Plus the Braided Prisoner. Like, yeah, I think I'm going to do a duology. So in between Crimson Moth and the Unfaded duology, I think I'm a little bit more excited for Heartless Hunter or Crimson Moth, depends on UK or USA version. I think I'm going to do, okay, let's do Heartless Hunter and pray for the best, honestly, because that's like already 9 books, right? 6 from the Bladed Prisoner series, then 6 of Crows in Italian, and then the 2, yeah, 9 books. Okay, let's do one more piece of paper, and that's it. Because, oh my god, pray for me. Plus the book club book, which it makes 10. So yeah, we're going to do one more. Okay, a thriller. Do you see? Okay. And this one's really easy because I am in the middle of a thriller series, trilogy, and that's the Housemate trilogy. I read the first one in January. And I'm going to read the second one. Plus, the first one had really short chapters. So I'm hoping that she kept that thing going on, like the short chapters. And as I said, like May is going to be a busy month, so I think like a thriller with short chapters that keeps you intrigued, that is not too long, is going to be perfect to avoid the reading slump that may come. So yeah, okay. So the housemate's secret is the second one, or the housemate's watching. I don't remember. Okay, okay. So just a really quick wrap up of what we chose. The first one was a book in Italian, and I'm going to read Sadie Corby or Six of Crows, hopefully, and I will hopefully understand everything, and it will be okay. And then we chose a new author, and I'm going to read the Bladed Prisoner series by Raven Kennedy. Then we chose a new series, so I'm going to read the Crimson Moth duology by, I don't know her name, I don't remember right now, but by her. And finally, yeah, we did 4 papers. Yeah. And finally, I picked up a thriller, and I'm going to read The Housemates Watching, I think, by, I don't remember her name, Frida McFadden. Is Frida McFadden the author of The Housemaid? I don't know. I should know these things, but I don't. Okay, plus Book Club's book, which is Unhinged by Only James, I think. So, okay, I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and everything else that you're supposed to do. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!